Hi, this is Dr. Doug Willen, and this is the final video in the mini course about stress. The original title is Will Stress Kill Me? And as you can see, it doesn't have to. And in this video, we're going to put it all together. Now, you might not have watched the other videos. You might have skipped ahead just to this video. Shame on you. No, it's okay. This video will put together all the ideas that I have to make some action steps that you can do right away to support your body and get you on track. So let's hop in. I do like showing my straw that broke the camel's back picture, and we don't have a camel here. What happened? Well, I love this picture. It says the straw that broke the camel's back wasn't really a straw, and the camel wasn't a camel. So that's the little babies hanging on the poor mother's back. And I think that's another type of metaphor or a straw that might break a camel's back is I don't know about you, but raising children is a lot of work. And we put all our love and attention into our kids. My kids are adults now, but they still occupy a lot of my waking time. And I'm not saying that it's stressful, but if you're a parent, you know what I mean. So let's look at some stuff to put it together. I put together 10 tips on the hormone part, on the adrenal and the thyroid. And for women, their progesterone levels and balancing their estrogen-progesterone ratio. These are all just healthy tips that will help your whole hormonal cascade and help the endocrine system naturally. As I've mentioned in every video that I've ever made, and I've made a lot starting back I think in 2010 or 2012 if you look up some of my earlier videos, I've never been one to say not to work with your medical doctor. I think you should. You should know your blood work. You should work with your medical professionals. Find a team of providers that support you the way you want to be supported. But these are ideas. This whole mini course is about natural things you can do right now to bring your health to a higher level, and great common sense stuff. So let's jump in. Eating enough protein is really important for your hormonal balance, and I'm talking about adrenals, thyroid, again, your estrogen, your progesterone, all your different hormones need some protein. Consuming adequate proteins will trigger the production of hormones that suppress appetite and help you feel full. So you want to aim for a minimum of 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. That's just a ballpark. A lot has to do with your exercise level, your age, and your, are you someone that puts a lot of exertion into the day, or are you more sedentary? So that number could come down to as low as 15 grams of protein per meal, or it can even go higher if you are intensely training as an athlete. But just giving you some ballpark. So exercise, I don't think there's anybody that disagrees about exercise. So whether you are with a medical doctor, an acupuncturist, a massage therapist, a chiropractor, or any person in the healthcare field, I think that's something that everyone agrees on, that the human body needs exercise. And it could be as simple as walking. It could be as simple as very light movement. And then anything above that is icing on the cake. Performing strength training, aerobics, walking, or other forms of physical activity can modify the hormone levels. So that's interesting. So exercise affects hormone levels in a way that reduces the risk of disease and protects muscle mass during the aging process. So it protects muscle mass, it reduces the risk of disease, it helps mental health. There's just so many reasons that we should exercise every day. And I always like to tell my patients, the week is 7 days long. It's not a 5-day week. We sometimes get lulled into thinking that a week is Monday through Friday because most work weeks are Monday through Friday. But if we really have a 7-day week, then I would prefer to see you shoot for 4 days of exercise a week, not 3. And 5 would even be better, because every day doesn't have to be heavy weightlifting. I mean, ideally, I'd love to see you walk or move your body 7 days a week, and maybe 2 or 3 of those days where you would have some resistance training that would need rest in between. But the other days you can just be moving the body, stretching, walking, getting some type of movement, getting your heart rate up a little bit and getting your circulation going. It does not have to be intense 7 days a week, but action 7 days a week. So sugar and carbs. I mean, you have to be careful with refined carbohydrates and sugars, bread, pasta, bagels, muffins, croissants, cereal, sweets, sugar, white flour. These are no-nos and they don't help your body. Diets high in sugar and refined carbs have shown to drive the insulin resistance. So it literally messes with your insulin levels. Avoiding these foods and reducing overall carb intake may decrease your insulin levels and increase insulin sensitivity. So you know that stuff. It's in every book, every magazine. Be careful with your sugar and your carbs. Stress. I mean, this whole video is about stress, but engaging in stress reduction behaviors like meditation, yoga, massage, listening to soothing music can help normalize your levels of the stress hormone, and that stress hormone that gets released is cortisol. So when we're under stress, one of the biggest problems is that we produce or release too much cortisol, which affects everything we talked about in this whole mini course. So learn ways to manage your stress. Pick something that you're attracted to. Like I said, listening to music relaxes our body. Getting a massage once in a while. Budget that. Maybe do one once a month. But checking in with yourself and being aware that you need to chill out and relax, and it starts to really pay dividends. Fats, including healthy natural fats in your diet, we want you to include natural healthy fats into your diet and avoid unhealthy trans fats. This can help reduce insulin resistance and stimulate the production of hormones that help control appetite. So we want to help you not have your appetite out of control. Now, a trans fat would be all those fake fats that are in candies and fake potato chips like Pringles. Have a ton of trans fats. So we like good fats. We like olives. We like avocados. We like olive oil. Those are good fats. And fat from almond butter is good sometimes. If you have problems with legumes, you have to be careful. But fats are good for the body, and they also help reduce food cravings. It's one of the most satiating type of foods you can have. Number one is fats. Number two would be protein. Under and overeating, they're both not okay. Consuming too many or too few calories can lead to hormonal imbalances. And remember, I started off this whole mini course talking about adrenal and thyroid, but we're talking about adrenal, thyroid, and all of your hormones can be either enhanced or harmed by eating too few calories or too many calories. So that's something to keep an eye on. Sleep. I did a section on sleep. I have a little bit more information coming up on sleep in a minute where I'm going to give you some tips. But inadequate or poor quality sleep has been shown to decrease fullness hormones, increasing, so you're going to feel hunger all the time. And stress hormones, reduce growth hormones, and increase insulin resistance. So sleep or lack thereof is vital to get a handle on. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later on this specific video. But let's keep going on these tips. Fiber. High fiber intake has been linked to improvements in insulin sensitivity and the hormones that control hunger, fullness, and food intake. So we want to control your optimal weight. Fiber certainly helps. When you control your optimal weight, your adrenals work better, your thyroid works better, your estrogen, your progesterone, all your hormones. For men, your testosterone works better, and fiber could be a piece of that puzzle. I like to throw in eggs. Eggs is one of the best proteins, unless you specifically have an allergy to eggs. And if you ever found out that you do, then of course this tip wouldn't be for you. But for other people, eggs is one of the great proteins. It's easily to digest, it's extremely nutritious, and may help reduce insulin resistance, which is a good thing. It suppresses your appetite, may make you feel full. And I mean, it would be really easy for me to sit here and say everybody needs the most expensive beef, like Kobe beef from Japan. But, who in the world can afford that on a regular basis? But eggs is something that people all over the world eat, and every socioeconomic class of income usually can get eggs in their diet at least at some point during the week. So I like eggs as a recommendation for adequate protein that is easy to digest, easy to assimilate, and makes a big difference and does affect hormone levels. Good ingredients. Do the best you can with this. Some people go, oh, I only eat organic, and some people can't afford organic. I understand, but always try to get good ingredients. Even if you were going to eat chocolate, get a good quality chocolate. There's cheap chocolates with just tons of sugar and chemicals, and then there's better quality chocolates. I'm just using that as an example, but whenever you can, get your fruits and vegetables locally sourced. A lot of towns have farmers markets. Look for good quality foods and also proteins. So look for that. Reduce stress, and we're talking all about that in this mini course, but you probably already have an idea of what works for you. If you're the type of person that knows that getting that walk in the morning with your dog really helps reduce stress, it's time to put that back in. If you're the type of person that likes to pull out your guitar and play some chords and sing a song when you're by yourself, do more of that. If you're the type of person that likes to play chess or backgammon or cards or have friends over or learn to laugh, put on a movie that makes you laugh or smile or relax, do more of that. Look for ways to reduce stress because it'll make a difference in not only the quality of your life, but the longevity of your life. Now we're going to jump ahead to 9 tips for a better night's sleep. Tip number 1, sex and sleep. I'm on number 2 already. There's only 2 things that you really should have in the bed is sex or sleep. You shouldn't be doing your homework in bed. You should not be doing your bookkeeping and accounting in bed. You shouldn't really be watching TV in bed because then you're going to associate your bed with an activity that's stimulating, that keeps you awake. Hopefully you stay awake during sex, but sex is a good place for your bedroom. Sleep is a good place for your bedroom, and not much other things should be in that bed so that when it's time to get in bed, you're doing one of those 2 things and you learn to do them well. Exercising daily affects sleep. So there's talk about whether you should exercise just before sleep, whether that matters or not. I have done other videos on that. I'm not going to get into that right now. But what's most important for a takeaway on this is that when you're exercising daily, you will sleep better. And when you sleep better, your health and your immune system is better. And that's what we're talking about. So fixing your room, what does that mean? Well, it might mean you got to put a little effort into that room. You have to make it soundproof. So if you can hear rumbling trucks outside or construction workers, then you need to pad your windows and figure out a way to reduce sound. A lot of people have those white noise machines that can rumble like shh. There's even apps on your phone for free that run white noise while you sleep. If you have Alexa, you can have her run a white noise. But by controlling the sound, controlling the light, controlling the temperature, you can fix your room. I find that if people lower the temperature, make it a little chillier in the room, even if it means you need an extra blanket, you'll sleep deeper. Control the light if you have to block out light, or a lot of people have so many different gadgets and instruments in their room, clocks and little light indicators glowing into the room that the room is not really dark. So throw a t-shirt over that. Cover it up. Put a piece of black tape on some of those little red and green lights flashing all in your room so that you can turn it into a sleep cave. It'll make a big difference. Mattress and pillow. It might be time for you to get another mattress, and it might be time for you to really work on a pillow. Let me move this out of the way. A pillow that supports your neck where you don't feel like you're waking up with a stiff neck. Get a pillow and a mattress that work for you. It makes a difference. Avoid napping. Now, unless you're a young mother or father that has an infant at home and you're just trying to grab sleep whenever you can because you're in survival mode, napping every day is not typically a great idea if it interferes with your nightly sleep. So let's say you've been in a routine for 20 years where you nap for 30 minutes or 40 minutes every afternoon, but you still get a 7 or 8 hour quality sleep at night. Then bravo, I'm jealous, or envious, you're doing fantastic. But if your 40-minute or 1 hour nap is making you get a horrible night's sleep, that's not okay because that's hurting your health. So you want to wean yourself off naps, start doing your 7 to 8 hours at night, and only then, if you master that, can you really qualify for regular naps as part of a health regime. Because otherwise you're really contradicting yourself. You're getting a nap but not sleeping well at night. I don't get it. I don't think that's helping you. Be consistent. Getting up at the same time more or less, going to bed more or less is a really good way to get into a great sleep pattern. You think about children, we used to, when you have your kids, you try to get them, they have a bedtime. They wake up, they go to school. Routines are great for the human body and for animals. But for everybody, we love routines. So if you're the type of person that goes to bed at 11 p.m. most nights, but then on weekends you stay up till 4 in the morning and you're wondering why you're always jet lagged, could be because you're not consistent. So look at consistency. That might be where the problem lies. Avoid caffeine. Now, there are a few people that can do some caffeine. They do a shot of espresso at bedtime and they're just fine. Then you're not one to look at this tip. But there's a lot of people that really should not have caffeine after 10 a.m. in the morning, because after 10 a.m. or 12 noon, they will be too jazzed up even 12 hours later to go to bed. So figure out who you are, and if caffeine is something that gets in the way of you having quality sleep, then eliminate it or keep it in the earliest part of the day. Supplements. I mentioned supplements throughout. My supplements that I've designed specifically in this category with adrenal, sleep, and thyroid. I have 15 other supplements, or 15 total supplements that I'm very proud of. But part of that game plan is to have supplements. There's a lot of different herbs that help sleep. Melatonin, valerian, magnesium, L-tryptophan, calcium, as you can see the list here. And so whether you get my supplement or not, you want to play with some formulas. You want to see if there's a supplement that helps fill in the gap for what you're missing to help ease you into a good night's sleep. We put together this package. It's the package that I use mostly with my patients here in New York City. So if I have someone that falls into a lot of the categories that came up in this mini course. So when you were watching the mini course, did you have so many moments where you're like, oh my God, that's me, then this would be a good package for you. It's what's called my stress formula kit or my hormonal stress kit. And we give you a special rate to have these 3 products together, and you'll see information in the description box below. If you're the type of the person that says, hey, great mini course, I hope you thought that, great mini course, but really the only product I'm interested in is the sleep, no problem, just buy the sleep individually. So the same links bring you to the website where you could buy each product individually, or you could buy them as a kit and save a little money. Let me know what you think, leave a comment, stay in touch. I hope you enjoyed this mini course. I look forward to making some more mini courses in the future, and I hope this gave you a lot of information to put you on that journey where you feel like you have power and control of your own health, and taking it one step at a time. It's been fun sharing this with you. Thank you.